Grief, an inevitable facet of the human experience, touches us all at some point in our lives. The loss of a loved one, particularly a family member, can trigger a seismic shift in our world, leaving us reeling in its wake. Grief is not a linear process. It ebbs and flows, often manifesting in unexpected ways. Some may experience intense waves of sadness, anger, or guilt, while others may seem outwardly composed, their grief hidden beneath the surface. It is essential to acknowledge and honor our own grief, allowing ourselves the time and space to heal without judgment. Remember, you are not alone in your grief. Countless others have walked this path before you and emerged stronger on the other side. The initial shock of loss can be paralyzing, leaving us numb and disoriented. It is during this time that self-care becomes paramount. Simple acts such as eating nourishing food, staying hydrated, and getting enough rest can feel monumental yet are essential for our well-being. Reaching out for support, though challenging, can provide a lifeline during these early stages. Sharing our grief with trusted friends, family members, or a therapist can help us process our emotions and feel less alone. Allow yourself to cry, to scream, to express your pain in whatever way feels authentic to you. In the early days and weeks following a loss, be gentle with yourself. Give yourself permission to grieve, knowing that it is a natural and necessary part of healing. As time passes, the rawness of grief may begin to subside, but it rarely disappears entirely. Instead, it transforms, becoming a bittersweet companion that we carry with us. There will be days when the pain feels as fresh as ever, triggered by a familiar scent, a song, or a place that holds memories. These waves of grief can be unexpected and overwhelming, but they are a normal part of the healing process. Over time, these waves will gradually become less frequent and less intense. We may find ourselves experiencing moments of joy and laughter again, even as we continue to grieve. The journey through grief is not linear. It is a winding path with twists and turns, moments of darkness and glimmers of light. Rituals, both traditional and personal, can play a significant role in navigating grief and honoring the memory of our loved ones. These rituals provide a tangible way to express our grief, connect with others, and keep the memory of our loved one alive. For some, traditional funeral services or religious ceremonies may offer solace and a sense of closure. Others may find comfort in creating their own rituals, such as lighting a candle, visiting a special place, or sharing stories and memories with family and friends. In addition to rituals, finding ways to remember and celebrate the life of our loved one can be incredibly healing. Creating a memory box filled with cherished mementos, planting a tree in their honor, or making a donation to a cause they cared about are all meaningful ways to keep their spirit alive. By actively remembering and honoring our loved ones, we ensure that their impact on our lives continues long after they are gone. Section 5. Sharing the journey, the power of human connection. Grief can be an isolating experience, but it doesn't have to be. Sharing our grief with others who understand what we're going through can provide invaluable support and comfort. Support groups, both in person and online, offer a safe and confidential space to connect with others who have experienced similar losses. These groups can provide a sense of community, validation, and hope, reminding us that we are not alone in our pain. Talking to friends and family members who are also grieving can also be helpful, as they can offer empathy, understanding, and shared memories. Surround yourself with people who listen without judgment, offer comfort without trying to fix you, and respect your unique grieving process. Section 6. Seeking professional guidance, navigating grief with support. While support from loved ones is essential, seeking professional guidance from a therapist or grief counselor can provide additional tools and strategies for navigating the complexities of grief. Therapists trained in grief and loss can offer a safe and supportive space to explore our emotions, process our pain, and develop healthy coping mechanisms. They can help us identify and challenge negative thought patterns, manage grief-related anxiety and depression, and develop a plan for moving forward. Therapy can also be helpful for addressing specific challenges that may arise during the grieving process, such as complicated grief, disenfranchised grief, or grief related to traumatic loss. If you're struggling to cope with your grief, are experiencing prolonged or intense symptoms of depression or anxiety, or are having thoughts of harming yourself or others, it's crucial to seek professional help immediately. Professional guidance can provide the support, skills, and strategies you need to move through your grief and build a brighter future. Section 7. Self-compassion, the key to healing and growth. Navigating grief requires immense courage and resilience, and it's essential to approach this journey with kindness and compassion for ourselves. Self-compassion involves treating ourselves with the same understanding, care, and forgiveness that we would offer a dear friend going through a difficult time. It means acknowledging our pain without judgment, recognizing that it's okay to not be okay, and allowing ourselves the time and space to heal at our own pace. Practicing self-compassion can help to reduce feelings of guilt, shame, and self-criticism, which can often accompany grief. Engaging in activities that bring us joy, comfort, and a sense of connection can be incredibly nurturing during times of grief. Remember, self-care is not selfish, it's an essential part of healing and building resilience. Section 8. Finding meaning, transforming grief into purpose. While grief can feel all-consuming, it can also be a catalyst for growth and transformation. As we move through the stages of grief, we may find ourselves questioning our values, priorities, and purpose in life. Some people find solace in honoring the memory of their loved one by dedicating their time, energy, or resources to causes that were important to them. Others may discover a renewed sense of purpose in their work, relationships, or personal pursuits. Finding meaning in the aftermath of loss is not about replacing our loved one or denying our pain. It's about honoring their legacy by living our lives to the fullest, embracing our passions, and making a positive impact on the world. The key is to remain open to new possibilities, to listen to our hearts, and to trust that even in the darkest of times, there is always the potential for growth and transformation. Section 9. Resilience. Emerging stronger from the crucible of loss. Resilience, the ability to bounce back from adversity, is not something we are born with. It is a skill that is cultivated over time through facing and overcoming challenges. Grief, while incredibly painful, can be a powerful teacher of resilience. As we navigate the ups and downs of grief, we develop a deeper understanding of our own strength, courage, and capacity for growth. We learn to adapt to change, cope with uncertainty, and find meaning in the midst of suffering. We emerge from the crucible of grief stronger, wiser, and more compassionate individuals, with a greater appreciation for the preciousness of life. Resilience is not a destination, it's a journey, a continuous process of growth and transformation that unfolds over time. Section 10. A tapestry of hope, embracing life after loss. While the pain of loss never fully disappears, it does become more manageable over time. As we move through our grief, we begin to weave a new tapestry of life, one that incorporates the threads of our past, present, and future. This tapestry will inevitably be different from the one we envisioned before our loss, but it can be just as beautiful and meaningful. Embracing life after loss does not mean forgetting our loved ones or diminishing the significance of their impact on our lives. It means honoring their memory by living our lives to the fullest, pursuing our passions, nurturing our relationships, and finding joy in the everyday moments. Be patient with yourself. Allow yourself to grieve at your own pace, and trust that you will eventually find your way back to a place of peace, hope, and even joy. The journey through grief is a testament to the enduring power of love and the resilience of the human spirit. Reach out for support, practice self-compassion, and trust that even in the darkest of times there is always hope.